The following program is brought to you by Johnny's Radiator and More. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. We are more than a radiator shop. Come see what the more is all about. Brakes, alignments, suspension, shocks, struts, tires, lift kits, radiator, AC repair, oil change, water pumps, fuel pumps, and more. Don't forget, Johnny's has a full line of AC parts in stock for all heavy-duty makes and models, logging, farming, construction, and heavy-duty trucks. AC parts specialist with over 35 years experience. Call 870-226-5000 to get an estimate or make an appointment today.
Coach Hembree, congrats on the win Friday night. We move into the quarterfinals of the 4A state playoffs. Just, as always, your overall thoughts on last week against Bauxite.
I thought Bauxite was a really good football team, physical. Knew that coming in. I thought that, we talked about last week how they've changed a lot of their personnel up as the seasons went, and I think it's made them a lot better. And, they had not lost a game in a while, and you could tell they was playing with a lot of confidence. And, it was just a tough, hard-fought game, and, we were very blessed to win. I thought that, special teams pretty much, helped us. We got a punt return for a touchdown, a kick return for a touchdown. Urban came in and punted really good, with two punts inside the 5-yard line, and so a lot of things that went our way. I thought defensively we played well for most of the night. We gave up a couple of big plays, but other than that, I thought they played well. Offensively, we sputtered. We've had trouble, throwing the football as of late, as far as throwing and catching, and in our run game, I thought Trey had a really good game. He had over 100 yards, and it was just tough. It was tough. Nothing came easy for us on offense, and we understand that. But at the same time, we found a way to win. And anytime you're playing on Thanksgiving weekend, it's always fun, and we got that opportunity.
You referenced special teams from this past week. You've actually had at least one, maybe a couple of kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. I may have had a punt return as well. But how big does special teams become at this point in the year?
Well, it's huge. Coach Dutton does a really good job. We've got the athletes to be able to make special teams special, and we've been able to do that. I think Cam has two returns for kickoff returns for touchdowns. Traymon has one, but we've had a bunch that we crossed midfield with, and people onside kick us, but we've still got some guys up there that can, if they do catch it, that they can make something happen with it. And then punt return, AJ's done a really good job of returning punts. Nee the other night did a really good job of returning punts. And then, obviously Allen's had a really good year of kicking the ball. And then, AJ and Urban punting the ball. So, special teams have been really good to us. And they, this time of year, it plays a huge role. Special teams is a huge role, especially, a lot of teams don't work on them as much as we do. And then you hope they come through as, in big ball games.
Yeah, you also referenced Traylon Jackson's yards last Friday night. How do you kind of plan to balance him and Jordan going forward this week?
Oh, we don't plan that. It's just kind of, it happens. We wanted Jordan to run the ball more last week. It just didn't happen. It's just one of them deals that we go into the game thinking both of them's probably going to play, and then one of them gets hot, or one of them, Jordan's so big for us on defense, he might be winded some, and it's just, we really don't have a plan going in to dictate that.
Well, now that you've secured your spot in the quarterfinals, going to face Ozark this week. First of all, what do you expect out of them?
Oh, they're big. It's Ozark. We played them. We've played them a few times over the years, and they're extremely big, physical up front, on both sides of the ball, the offense and defensive line. Probably the biggest since we've seen since Whitehall. Honestly, they're gonna line up. They're gonna run the football. The quarterback needs 148 yards to be able to get to 2,000, and he's an extremely good player, and then he can throw it too, and. They've got guys around him that can make plays, and then on defense, they got two guys inside that are probably two of the best that we've seen. That we're gonna have our work cut out for us. We got to make sure we account for them, and then their quarterback plays in the secondary. They have 11 interceptions in the last 7 ball games. That tells you that they're very opportunistic as far as getting turnovers. They force them, and we got to make sure we take care of the football. And and it's going to come down to who has the least amount of turnovers and who can play well, on Friday night.
Well, again, you've been through this process many times, but how does, obviously, as you referenced too, playing on day after Thanksgiving is a bit of a challenge, I assume, for you as a staff, just because kids are their school schedules are kind of off. How do you handle that?
Our kids are used to it. That they understand what we do this week. It's probably better for us. I mean, we get to spend a lot more time with them. We've had them out here Monday and Tuesday for long periods of time. We'll have them again today, and then on Thursday we'll come in for a short walkthrough and let them go home and be with their families, and then we'll come back Friday morning and have a little something Friday morning, and then back at 1:30 just like on normal routine. But our kids are used to it. They expect it. Expectations around here are huge. It always has been. That's the way we want it. And our kids expected to play on Thanksgiving, and so they understood. Back three or 4 months ago that the expectations of Warren football is to play Thanksgiving weekend, and we're here.
I also wanted to just ask you, kind of a promo, I guess, here, but we obviously want to get a big crowd out for this ball game. What's it mean to the kids just to have a huge crowd out there for a quarterfinal game?
Oh, it's
a big
huge.
Deal.
Yeah, it's huge. There's not too many teams still playing. Our kids deserve it. I mean, you're sitting here and they give us so much through the summer and through the fall camp, and and our community is great. They're great as far as helping these kids as much as they can, but it'd be awesome for them to come out on Friday night and give us a true home field advantage. And that's one of the advantages of playing at home, but also if you can get a good crowd out there and they're loud. And I thought Bauxite brought a really good crowd last week, and they were loud, their band was loud, and I mean that takes away. I want ours to be that way. I want our crowd to be loud and rowdy, and our kids feed off that.
Well, Coach, congrats again on the win last week. We wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll see you again next week.
Okay, all right, thank you.